Hey, beautiful people, it is Nicole Nash. I just want to introduce myself once again. I'm a licensed mental health therapist. I specialize in trauma and grief. And if you're watching this, chances are you're catching us right in the middle of our healing challenge, which is 30 days, 30 ways to level up your healing. And for this healing challenge, we're doing a special emphasis on trauma. And so I'll be real, y'all. I had something I actually want to talk about today. However, pivot, right? There's something that I feel like is more pressing for us to talk about for day 11 of our healing challenge. And this message is specifically for my superwomen out there. You're natural leaders, you're natural go-getters, you make things happen, right? You're superwomen, you're superwoman. I want to talk about for tonight, I want to plant something in your ear if you're watching. Hear me out on this one. You playing superwoman is actually being selfish. I'm going to repeat that. You playing and being superwoman is actually quite selfish. And so hear me out. When we think about superwoman, we think about a woman who she can do all things, right? She's extremely independent. She's extremely talented. She's skilled. She's actually good at what she does, right? She problem solves. She shows up right in the nick of time. She's a helper. She's a giver. These are all wonderful attributes. I want to say that. And I don't ever want to discourage you from showing that. But what I will say, there's a time and a context for when those skills are actually needed. But here's the thing. When you're so independent, when the solution has to come from you and you alone, when you're the only one who has the game plan, when you struggle to let people in to just show up for you just by their presence, or even show up for you by even just to help you problem solve, this is where you actually are selfish, okay? And I want to break this down. First, when we neglect to allow other people in, we're assuming that our way is the best way, that we know what's truly best, and we are the expert. We're the only one who really knows what's going on, and we're the only ones who can solve the problem, right? This is actually false thinking, just because we are not perfect. We don't know everything. And we're actually placed in community because there's somebody's strength that will actually balance out our weakness. Because we are not perfect, y'all. We are extremely flawed, right? But also, though, when you block somebody out, you also block out an opportunity. And let's say you're going in because you're trying to serve other people and your heart is in the right place. However, when you block out other feedback, other suggestions, other people from participating in the vision, you're assuming that your vision is the best, when in reality, we take a little bit of that and we take a little bit of this as far as vision and just creation, and just putting things together. We actually need a group of people surrounding us to come up with the best plan. Just because God deposits a little bit of gold, or a lot of bit of gold actually, in everyone, but we benefit from using other people's expertise, other people's skill set, other people's insight, because again, we don't know everything. So even though we show up with a good intention of we want to be able to support and pour out and help other people, we're actually being selfish, because we're actually restricting the very people that we're supposed to be pouring into and serving. We're actually restricting them from receiving the best. And the best is always going to be an integration of a multitude of people. I want to say that. The next thing, and I'm going to challenge you with being selfish, is when you don't let people know what's going on and how they can assist, you may be actually missing an opportunity for growth. Meaning, even as a leader, you still learn from your followers. I learn from my clients each and every time I meet with them. I'll be real. And if I were to come with I'm pouring, and I'm going to tell you, and I know what's best for you, y'all, I can't stress how many life skills, how many just encouraging reminders for myself that I would have been missing if I didn't actually divert to my client, or seek out support, or seek out insight, to actually be a listener versus just a constant pour, right? But here's the thing, and this is why I got to give some tough love. I want to validate if you come from a problem-solving type of nature. I mentioned this a couple of weeks back, if you follow my 9 fruits, that problem solvers is needed in the world. We need problem solvers because the world will always have problems, right? But here's the thing, when we just get into this type of role, sometimes when we are problem solvers, it may be because of trauma. Meaning as just how you grew up, your environment, your family dynamics. We've been talking about that a little bit, right? Just based on how you grew up, you may have had to step in and be a problem solver. You may have had to step in and be a leader and think of a solution, But here's the thing, when we take that role and we apply it to every single situation, I'm going to be real and I'm going to be straightforward. A lot of times, if you're continuing to take that role as Superwoman, as problem solver into a situation that quite honestly does not necessarily need you to problem solve, it may be actually because that may have been the only time when you have problem solved, or the only moments when you feel seen or heard or validated. And maybe it was because the times that you were needed, the times that you were seen, the times that you were validated was when there was true crisis, right? But here's the thing, and I want you to be careful of. Please do not create chaotic environments just so you can satiate and pacify your need to be seen, heard, and validated. Okay? I want to repeat that. Do not create unnecessary chaotic environments around you. Meaning by you having to have the answer, by you the only one who can lead, you're the only one who can provide information, and it causes everybody else to kind of like not know what they're doing and not know their role. Be careful not to create unnecessary chaotic environments just to validate your sincere need to be seen and heard. But the manner you're doing is actually unhealthy. At the end of the day, no, regardless if you're the leader, if you're a follower, wherever you stand, wherever your role is, you're valuable and you're worthy. All right, so I'm gonna leave you with that. This is day 11. We're gonna continue on. Tomorrow, I'm actually going live. I'm going live with a collaboration. I'm gonna keep it a surprise. But you all, let's continue to be real with ourselves, give ourselves grace, of course, but also I want to encourage you all to continue to hold yourself accountable, because nothing changes if nothing changes. And now it may be your time to pivot so that you can truly show up for people by first showing up for yourself. So God willing, until next time, you all, God bless.